Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious wherever you are in the world. And that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. Now then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to any passers-by. And I hope that you too are having a super delicious time wherever you are in the world. And that life is also treating you most wonderfully. Now then, so much love to you all my delicious little babies. So what do we do? 3, 2, 1, beam me out, Scarlet. There we go, okay? I've got me brand new batteries in now, okay? So they're all nice, juicy and bright, okay? Lovely little latch, lovely and bright. Now then, so just going to open my book. So if you do happen to enjoy my video today, if you could please click on the old like. For others of you, please feel free to subscribe. Sorry if you wish to subscribe, okay? And thank you. Now then, our weather in our old neck of the woods in the old UK, well, very dry, okay? I'd say no wind, okay? No wind, okay? No rain. I just do that every now and again, my delicious little babies, okay? It's still a little bit chilly, okay? So it seems that it's not, quite warm enough, shall we say. Well, I suppose unless you, what do we call it? It's only a figure of speech, my delicious little babies, but it's the old-fashioned saying when you're in your hot blood. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So you can walk around with a T-shirt on, but for others, just to wear a jumper or something, yes? So it's not quite that warm weather. But anyway, they've decided for a change, for Easter, to stop the rain. It's amazing what you can do. Zuzzum. Isn't it, my delicious little babies, yes? Anyway, you all know what I'm like. Do you know what I mean? I do have my moments with my sarcasm. Anyway, now then, so let's take a look. Where do I begin? So let's start off with some bonkers behaviour, okay? So it turns out that that doesn't mean no, by the way, my delicious little babies. Masks, old muzzles, okay? And nappies, wait for it, my delicious little babies, for cows. I love beautiful little cows. They're so beautiful and delicious. I love their great big brown saucer eyes, okay? To stop climate change. Did you hear that, my delicious little babies? I'll just repeat that once more. Masks, muzzles, and nappies for cows to stop climate change. Have you ever, my delicious little babies, heard anything, so, and I do not like this word normally, stupid in all of your life? So these poor, beautiful, dear little animals, yes, for some, okay, because of course, there's certain who like to dress others up for the camera, okay? So for some poor and delicious, beautiful little baby cows, okay, mother cows, father, whatever, yes, okay, little baby cows, yes. The fact of the matter is, put a nappy on them and a mask. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? What the effing hell has that got to do with climate change? There's no such thing, my delicious little babies, right, of climate change, okay? Once those out there, the ones who are thick as shite, get it into their old noddle that we are not having a problem with climate change. It is these and the putrid little lackeys, right, trying to put all of these things onto us, right, that obviously we are not liking and we neither want either. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? That everybody's on the same song sheet, this crock of shite, and in the meantime then poor little animals have to suffer. See what I'm saying? Anyway, I heard that. I mean, I'm not even going to laugh about it, my delicious little babies, because I do not, that is an abuse towards animals, so I do not like that. I'm not liking that at all, right? So I just thought I'd let you know that. So that's the crock of shite that they're coming out with the old climate change, you know what I mean, yes? Now then, I've mentioned before, okay, which I have, And, you know, and of course, before I even say this, my delicious little babies, I am neither a doctor nor a nurse, and neither would I want to be, okay? And the reason why, and I'm going to repeat it again, is that I do not feel that they have been trained correctly for most, okay? There is a few nurses who I've known in my time who are very nice and pleasant, I'm not saying that, who genuinely want to work for man and woman, and do you understand what I mean, what goes on? Yes, you know, to help to make them better, okay? But for most, no. And they have not shown themselves in this past 3 years as being very nice, okay? And I do not care what anyone tells me, okay? When we were in a terrible situation with the old lockdowns, okay? They, for most, yes, when the hospitals were empty, so it meant that other delicious little babies out there could not get the treatment, you know, to help them, okay, that they needed, okay? And then they're on flipping, we see them on TikTok videos. Dancing, laughing, oh, having a joyous time when others are suffering. So no. And once again, as I do say on my other videos from time to time, I do not forget anything. I forget nothing. Okay, so none of these flipping doctors or nurses, not all, because there's a few who, you know, I do know, okay? I'm talking about the rest of them, right? At the end of the day, I do not want to hear this shite. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Do not want to hear it, okay? Now, when you know that, like, years and years ago, okay, where you had, you know, hospitals that were full, wasn't they? You know, either somebody had broken a leg or somebody had, you know, had some other fall or something had happened, or there was lots of crashes, there were lots of accidents, there were lots of everything, wasn't there? Yes? But of course then, you know, in this old lockdown, there was nothing, was there? So ones must never forget my delicious little babies, okay? Please and thank you. Because that's what they rely on, you see. They think we're a stick of shite out here, we're effing nuts. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just going to keep it going, because I do. Okay, my delicious little babies. So getting back to this now, had my say. So I mentioned apricot before. So apricot seeds, the case is to do with apricot seeds and vitamin B17 as one of the cures for cancer, okay? Which, of course, you know, the great big pharma, and I am going to say it actually, okay? So, you know, if my video stays up, it stays up. If it does not, it does not. Okay, I'm trying to help others out there in some way, okay? So I see that as being very important, okay? But of course, when you mention certain, then they take your videos down. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, when you're speaking the truth, and Jesus Christ in Nazareth, dear God, loves the truth. Do you see what I mean? I haven't done that for a while, have I? Anyway, so yes, apricot seeds. So for those of you out there, my delicious little babies, if there does appear, sorry to be, some issues, I mean, I cannot tell anybody what to do. All I am doing here is just giving out information. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but yes, apricot, you know, and apricot seeds. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. I mean, you can use a lot of natural, okay, which can help your systems. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But I'm more for myself personally, I'm more for the natural. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you can keep away from the wrong, shall we say, then you keep away from that. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So in this 3 years, if it has not taught many some things, okay, it would have taught others something else, okay? That, you know, you can use natural remedies. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Okay. So I just thought I'd mention that, my delicious little babies. So, you know, please, if nothing else, please just look into it, you know. Please go on a search engine of your choice, you know, whether it's, you know, I go on a DuckDuckGo, okay? That's just my preferred search engine, my little babies, okay? My delicious babies, you know, others may choose other, yes? But just please, just at least just take a read up on these things, you know, if you have a spare moment. There we go, okay? So that's that, please and thank you. Now then, something else I'd like to mention, okay? So I looked at a video this morning, okay? And I am going to mention it, my delicious little babies, because this is sort of the level of brainwashing, okay? And I am going to mention this, okay? Like I said, from time to time, I will mention, okay? Now then, this is on BitChute, okay? So I suppose all you'd have to do really is just type in on your search engine BitChute, okay? BITCHUTE. And you could even put Fearless Nation next to it, you know, Fearless Nation, okay? Fearless, you know, it's 2 words into one. And that's the uploader, God bless, yes? Anyway, and the one that you're looking for, okay, this very small video, it's just over 3 minutes long, I do believe, okay? And this is Lucy's, okay, best friend is a digital dictatorship wallet. Okay, so I should just repeat that once again, my delicious little babies. Lucy's best friend is a digital dictatorship wallet. Now that's on BitChute, and the uploader, bless, is Fearless Nation. Okay, so I'm going to tick this one off. So you see, there's a point to what I'm doing here, my delicious little babies, and why I'm mentioning these things, okay? Because the reason why, and please, I ask you to please just take a look at this, okay? Please, I mean, you know, not being rude or disrespectful, you know, I know it's Easter and I know everything else. Yes, I know, yes, I do, okay? I know the whole shebang. What I'm saying is this. If we look at this a different way, it's also important to look at videos like this as well, okay? Because this is the level of brainwashing, okay? So the digital, and I have mentioned it on other videos, you know, over the months, okay? Well, you see, this is to get others out there, shall we say, the more, there we go, if I even say it, more gullible, okay? To fall into this trap, okay? So that they solely, rely on their old dog and burn, you know, the dog and burn. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? For everything. Okay, it's a very interesting, very short video indeed, my delicious little babies. And then you can see the level of brainwashing. And then if you could please, pass it on. Do you understand what I mean? Just post it to others, send it to others in your old dog and burns. Do you see what I mean? And ask them to do the same, okay? Because this is what they're wanting, yes? They want soul control. Okay, but like I said, was it yesterday, the other day? Okay, you know, they are, there we go, they are getting worried about this, okay? I mean, if we look at America, you know, there's lots of places in America. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes, where, you know, no cash, no paper. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because this is what they're doing. And when everybody else is getting distracted with other things, I've been saying for months, you know, on my videos, okay, on different videos, that all of this is a distraction for them to do what they want to do. There we are. Do you see? Okay? But please, you know, I would advise to just take a little. You see, they make it. That doesn't mean nobody. I've got an itchy eye. Please do forgive me. My delicious babies. My little eye's itchy. Anyway, so sorry about that. So yeah, please excuse me. So yes, and it's like they do it like this, okay? When you watch the video, you're going to get where I come from, my delicious little babies. Yes, they make it sound all nicey, picey, all sweetie. Do you see what I'm saying to you, yes? But for those, God bless, who happen to fall into this silly trap, yes? Well, they might as well just say that they're behind bars. Yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, it's like a little prison. And to think that a little dog and Fern, can do that. Can do all that. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes, you'd be amazed. Now then, let's go on to the next thing. So, okay, let's go up here. So I've just heard this morning as well. Now, apparently this happened on Tuesday. Tuesday just gone, my delicious little babies. Please just let me have a sip of my coffee, please, and thank you. Now then, this is Cash App, okay? Cash App, CEO stabbed to death, okay, in San Francisco, okay? Now, what it was, this man was 43 years of age, break it down 7, okay? You know what I'm like with numbers, my delicious little babies, I do mention it on different videos. And he was actually the founder, okay, of a mobile coin. Now, for some of you delicious little babies out there, you will know what I'm talking about, who I'm talking about, but for others of you delicious little babies, you will not know, okay? So what it is, this man's name, who very sadly passed away, who was stabbed to death, okay? His name was Bob Lee, okay? Bob Lee, okay? And he was the founder of Mobile Coin, okay? Anyway, you'd only need to, just look on, one of your search engines of your choice, my delicious little babies, just to read up, there we go, who this man was, okay? Now, like I said, apparently, only from what I heard, unless I misheard, okay, which I'm hoping I did not, but it took place on Tuesday. Now, what he'd done, so he'd recently moved himself, Bob Lee, Mr. Bob Lee, he'd moved himself and his family from San Francisco to Miami to be with his dad, with his father, okay? But what happened was he travelled back to San Francisco. Well, I can only assume it was on business. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. And very sadly, he was met with being stabbed to death. Okay. Now, we're hearing an awful lot about, and God bless him and may he rest in peace and God bless his dear family as well. Okay. But the fact of the matter is, we're hearing a lot of this, aren't we, my delicious little babies? Yes, there was somebody else who was blown. He was a blogger, and he was blown up in a cafe. Somebody had brought him a statuette, and unfortunately, well, it had a bomb, and unfortunately, he did not survive. And may he rest in peace, and God bless him as well. Okay. Now, the fact of the matter is this, we're hearing about a lot of this, aren't we, my delicious little babies? It's like, if certain and the little lackeys are not a-liking, do you see what I'm saying to you? Then, unfortunately, others, God bless them, very sadly lose their lives. It's usually called, it's murder, isn't it? It doesn't matter how you dress this up, but it's assassination, isn't it? You assassinate somebody. You know what I mean? You remove them from the world, from our earth. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? And that's just another way that, they feel that they can steamroller over others. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So that others do as they're told. Now the thing is, this has been going on for an awfully, yes it has, for I even say it, for an awfully long time, okay? But in these past few years, we've been hearing a lot, there we go, more of this. Do you see what I'm saying to my delicious little babies? Yes? Because, you see, it's like, if you imagine, I personally, I love little rats. I just think they're just so beautiful and cute. Do you understand what I mean? Yes, others may disagree. It's up to me anyway. I'm a woman with a view. I have my own view on things, yes? And I just love creatures great and small, okay? Well, I love any animals, okay? Little and large birdies as well, okay? But, you see, the saying is, isn't it, that if a little rat is cornered, well, what is it going to do? Like anything, you know, the beautiful little creatures going to fight for survival. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But these, who I'm talking about, my delicious little babies, I would not exactly call them beautiful little creatures, okay? However, what I would say, and I'll repeat once more, is that when you're fighting for survival, do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, yes. Okay? So this is the lengths that the putrid go to. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So it continues very sadly, and then in the meantime, others are suffering as well. Now, it's very clear to myself, my delicious little babies, okay? I mean, I'm not into all the old financial and all that side of the business, yes? But what I'm saying to you is that, ding, ding, dong, dong, hello, common sense, that this dear man was taking out for some reason, wasn't he? Do you see that somebody's were not a liking? Do you see? But I just thought I'd let you know that, my delicious little babies. Anyway, that's on YouTube as well if you'd like to just look at the short news clip of that, okay? It's only what I have heard, my delicious little babies, yes? You know, but for others of you delicious little babies, you may just want to look at these different things yourself. Now then, so finally, okay, I was listening to another video, and so we're going to tick this one off as well. So, and this is to do with in Bath in our UK, okay? And this is Bath's clean air zone, okay? Residents, okay? Residents who work in Bath tell us of its devastating impact, okay? Now then, so I'll repeat that once again, my delicious little babies. Baths, okay, clean air zone, residents who work in Bath tell us of its devastating impact. Now, it's not, it's not a long video, so I'm just going to close my book, okay? It's not a long video, my delicious little babies, no, okay? But what it is, okay, is it's explaining, you know, when you've got what we would call law-abiding citizens, yes? And these clear air zones, you know, it's where you can get found. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, so of course, you know, if your car is spotted there for whatever reason, okay? Then they send you a fan. Well, the one man who was speaking first, you know, he was explaining, what was he? He was a plumber or something, yes? And he was explaining, okay, that, you know, he'd received £120 fine. So what he did, you know, being the good un that he is, you know, he paid it. Do you see what I mean? Because we've all had to flipping do that at some time. So the most difficult one to flipping conquer is anything to do with flipping driving. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because one way or another, you always have to flipping end up bloody well paying for it. There's not many cases where you can flipping get away with that one. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? They're really flipping clamped down, putrid piece of shite they are. So he paid this fine. Then, not long after, he then received another letter asking him to pay, what was it, another 120? So he looked, he said, well, I looked at my records, you know, he said, and I thought, well, I've already paid this bill. Do you see? Anyway, but then, so he called him, you know, he said, you know, please can you stop sending me these letters, you know, I've already paid it. And then not long after, he received yet another letter, my delicious little babies. So asking him to pay it again. Do you see? Anyway, so he feels that he's, you know, this is very stressful. He's gone through an awful lot of stress. Yes. Then there was another man who they interviewed. Now, he was talking about, and I mean, what he was saying was, you know, he felt he was doing the right thing. Do you see what I mean? And to do with business. And what he was talking about is before the old pandemic. He never said pandemic. That's my word in my delicious little babies, because that's exactly what it was, a flipping, there we are, flipping pandemic, right? That before then, his business was doing really well. Do you see? But we could say that really for a large number, that the businesses were doing really well until somebody else poked their flipping nose into everybody's damn well business all over the world. Do you see what I mean? Yes? Destroying thousands of businesses and thousands of lives at the same time. God bless. Okay? Well, he paid large fines as well. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. So it seems that the residents of Bath in our UK are not liking what's going on either. So you've got, where have you got it now? I've got to try and remember. Oxford, because that was the starting point. Do you see? Then you've got Norfolk, Leeds, I'm trying to remember. Of course you got Bath. I've mentioned Bath before as well on one of my videos. You've got, what have you got? Manchester, Birmingham, you know, or Brummyland, London, okay. Which of course, you know, that was his name, Sadiq Khan, that flipping twat, yes. Well, of course, you know, I mean, he's exempt, there we are. He's exempt from paying any of these, you know, to get from one place to another. Do you see what I'm saying? Is it £12.50 or something like that? Yes? Well, he seems to be exempt, you know, and his other flipping lackey flipping mates. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Whereas others, you know, our definition of normal, you know, well, the others, the normies like us, yes? Well, that everybody else must pay. Do you see? Well, I just feel here, I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. They're going to be more and more and more, there we are, rise-ups. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? Because, you know, nobody can afford these, you know, extortionate, you know, prices. And then just continuously have fans slapped on them. There we are. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes? I mean, this is just not on, is it? Do you see? But they're just feeling that if they continue and continue and continue, that they're just going to grind us all down. No. Do you see? I really genuinely feel, you know, there we are, before I even say it, there's going to be a flipping huge awakening now. Yes? Because they're not finding it easy. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? And what was the other thing I heard this morning? Something to do with, I never wrote it down. Something to do with, you know, this old net zero. That some of the governments, this is only what I heard, my delicious little babies, yes? You know, you need to look into this more yourself, okay? It's just something just come to me old noddle. I never wrote it down. That with this net zero, that there's some governments that are sort of shushy, you know, slightly, for some, sneaking away from it, yes. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes? So, apparently to do with, what is it? Is it too expensive or something? Anyway, I just heard a little bit. Do you see what I'm saying, my delicious little babies? But I never wrote it down. But if you wanted to look, my delicious little babies, please feel free. But like I said, I always go on DuckDuckGo. Do you see what I mean? But there is a video on YouTube. Well, I should imagine by the end of today there'll be other videos, you know, coming out with the same thing. Do you see what I'm saying to you? I mean, some, I say more, you know, before I even say it, more exaggerated than others. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, because some just like to flipping fearmonger, don't they? Yes. And then finally, so I said finally earlier, okay, my delicious little babies, but very finally now. Yes, you see, what it is that the old box in the corner of the room has always been controlled, and we know by who, yes? But of course, it seems very much to me as though they are going to have a struggle, okay, so they're going to have a problem on their hands, yes, okay, with the alternative news, okay, which is, you know, independent YouTubers, yes, and like, you know, things like this, yes? So they're going to have a problem on their hands because what they're trying to do is just to shut everybody's mouths, you know, just to control what comes out. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, but I just got floodgates, so no, it's not going to work. Do you understand what I mean? If anything, it's just going to flip in like floodgates. Do you see what I mean? It's just going to open up even more. Do you see? Because there's going to be more and more. And please do not be surprised, my delicious little babies, sorry, if you see lots more different, you know, little YouTuber, you know, wannabes, you know, who actually want to do YouTube videos. So please do not be surprised, my delicious little babies. Actually, sorry, to tell you the truth, I have been seeing a few popping up here, that, you know, here and there. Okay, so starting off, you know, very small. And I tell you where else I'm seeing it as well. So not only on YouTube, but you know, on BitChute as well. So I've noticed a few here and there as well. You know, they've got, you know, just a small number of subscribers, because of course BitChute doesn't have what we would say. I mean, I personally think it's a good platform myself. That's me personally, but YouTube seems to be the, you know, the largest. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, where you can get your message out there. Do you see? Yeah, you're seeing a few more on a BitChute as well, my delicious little babies. Yes. So yeah, so you know, there's you can see different things, you know, little changes here and there. Do you see what I mean? But yes, please do not be surprised when you see new little YouTubers. Do you see what I mean? And that's a good thing, because I just feel that, you know, others out there, they want to speak, they want to have this free speech. Do you see what I mean? Yes, they do not want to be flipping brainwashed with the flipping box in the corner of the room. Do you see what I'm saying? They've had enough. Oh, and sorry, see, this is what I do. You know what I'm like, my delicious little babies. So it's been proven, hasn't it, my delicious little babies? Has it not? Yes, it has. So ones like myself, who've been saying it for the past, you know, 3 years, okay? Well, it's been proven, hasn't it? And for the delicious little babies, God bless them all, who also said the same as myself, you know, ding, ding, dong, dong, hello, common sense, that these masks did not flipping help anybody at all. Do you see what I'm saying to you, my delicious little babies? Yes. And of course, you know, it is true actually, because you will have some who just feel, you know, a little bit, you know what I mean, before I even say it. Yes, they would feel a bit embarrassed, you know, because, you know, God bless them, you know, delicious little babies, you know, falling for this shot. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes. But it has been proven now. So when other YouTubers, God bless them, and other platforms, yes, and there have been, I do not like this word, but you have to use it sometimes, you know, and they were being targeted, and then other YouTubers very sadly lost their accounts on YouTube and everything else, yeah, for something that's now been proved to be the flipping truth. My delicious little babies. Do you see what I'm saying? Yes? So this flipping crock of shite, what's going on, yes? But yes, so when they keep, you know, with all these distractions and everything, my delicious little babies, yes, just please bear in mind the other things there we are as what's going on. Yes, my delicious little babies, because there is a lot of other things that are going on, okay? So that's my video, and yes, now the wind is picking up, okay? So, but the sun is shining, so it's a beautiful day, okay? So anyways, that's my video. So until my next video, thank you so very much for taking the time, for even stopping to even listen. So thank you, and much love. And please take care of yourselves. Please take care of others if you can. And please continue to feel the love. And please give a pat on the back, a shake of the old hand, okay? And please tell some delicious family members, some delicious work colleagues, or some delicious, what was I going to say then? I forgot what I was going to flipping say then. What did I just say? Family, work colleagues, or friends. Delicious friends, my delicious little babies, yes? I'm not doing my video again, and anyway, I don't know how to cut that bit out. Anyway, I think I'll learn one day, do you know what I mean? Anyway, not to worry anyway. But, you know, please continue to show them the love, and please tell them that they're beautiful, wonderful, and delicious, and that you love them so, okay? And please have a wonderful Easter, my delicious little babies, okay, for those of you who celebrate, okay? Now, until my next video, much love, God bless, take care, thank you, goodbye.